All right, welcome to Colossus Mathematics class. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. All right, in this video, we are going to be talking about gradient of a straight line. Now, what do we mean by that? Before we go into details, don't forget to like this video, comment how you feel about the video and where we should develop so that we can serve you better. So when we talk about gradient of a straight line, we can't just jump into the topic without understand what coordinate geometry looks like. So we said that in coordinate geometry we make use of points in a plane. And what is a point? A point consists of the x and y axis. A point consists of the what? X and y axis. Now what do we refer as the x-axis? The x-axis is also called abscissa, and the y-axis is called ordinate. So when you are doing objective questions and you see something like abscissa is another name for the x-axis, while ordinate is for y-axis. So when we are locating a point on a plane, x always comes before y. So when you see a point like 3, 2, it simply means x is 3, y is 2. So like the example I gave here now, that 3, 5, it means x is 3 and y is 5. All right. So we are going to be looking at gradients majorly, but before that, you need to know the equation of a straight line. The equation of a straight line is given as y equals to what? Mx plus what? C. Y equals to what? Mx plus c. That is the way we denote a what? A straight line. That is the equation of a straight line. And that your m is what? Gradient. Some call it slope. Your c is intercept, where the line crosses out of the graph. I guess what I'm saying now. All right, so this m, which is the gradient, is what we want to fully discuss about. All right, so now what is the gradient? The gradient m is given as what? y2 minus y1 over what? x2 minus what? x1. And it is the same thing as saying that increase in y-axis all over what? Increase in x-axis. Now, how does this look like on a graph? Now, look at this graph here. Look at this graph here. This is a graph of x and y axis now. Are you seeing this now? This is a graph. Now, when I have a point like this, when I have a point A and a point B, let's say this is a point now. Are you seeing that now? Let's say I have something like this. If I have a point like, let's say I have a point like this, and I have another one like this. Now you can see that this graph will be like this. Are you seeing that? This graph will be like this. And then the slope, which is the gradient, the slope will now be like this. The slope will be like this. Are you seeing that now? That means increase in x, which is from this point to this point. So this is x1 and this is x2, while this is y1 and this is y2. So increase in x over increase in y. So this, when you have a slope from the left to the right, that means from this side upward, that is a positive graph. I get what I'm saying? And that's what we mean by increase. But when you have another graph like this, let's say you have another graph like this, and then you have a point like this. Let's say you have a point here, and then you now have another point here. You can see that this graph now is like this. Now, this is what we call negative graph. This is what we call what? The negative graph. Because this slope here now is in here. I get what I'm saying? The slope is also in here like this. But now you can see that your y is decreasing. your y is what? Is decreasing. It is not increasing. So this is a negative graph. I get what I'm saying. This negative graph and this is positive. So this is a positive graph and this is a what? A negative graph. And you are going to be seeing how that applies when we start solving examples. I get what I'm saying now. How you are going to get to know which one is a negative and which one is a what? Is a positive graph. Are you following now? All right. So, but this formula that you see here is a general formula that you can always use when solving questions on gradient. So know it that this means y2 minus y1 over what? X2 minus x1, and it is the same thing as what? Increase in y-axis over increase in x-axis. And you can also say it is the same thing as saying change in y-axis over what? Change in y-axis over what? Over change in x-axis. Everything still means y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. You can also see change is denoted by this. So when you see change in y over what? Over change in x, it is still the same thing. Are you following now? All right. So this is what we are going to be looking at today. All right. So let's do some examples. Let's do some example on a graph. All right. Let's plot some example on a graph. So let's see. Let's say I have y. Let's say we want to find the gradient. So find the gradient of the following. So we want to find the gradient of the following. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. Gradient of the following. Let's see, number one, we have point A equals to minus 3, 2, and B equal to 4, 5. Now, if you look at this is it going to be a positive graph or a negative one? You don't know. Even I myself, I don't know. So let's do this number one first. Now, let's plot it on a graph. The first thing you have to do, don't forget I said the first letter is always your x and the second is your what? Your y. So this means here my x1, because I have 2 points now, my x1 here is what? Minus 3. Are you seeing that? And then my y1 is what? 2. Then what? My x2 is what? 4. And my y2, this y1, then my y2 is what? 5. Are you seeing that? Now, how we put that on a graph? How do we put that on a graph? That will be what? Look at this. So let's put the graph here. Are you seeing that? So this is the positive y-axis. This is the negative y-axis. This is positive x-axis, and this is what? Negative x-axis. Are you seeing that now? All right. So now you can see our x1 is minus 3. So that means it's on this side, minus 3. Our x2 is what? 4. So this is the 4 here. Our y1 is 2. So this is 2 here. And our what's it called now? Our y2 is 5. So this is 5 here. So when our x1 is minus 3, our y1 is what? 2. So that will be here like this. I'm just showing you how to locate it on a point now. So that will be here. When x is minus 3, y is what? 2. Then when x is what? 4, y is what? 5. So that will be here now like this. Can you see that now? So that will be here like this. You can see. I'm sorry. 4 is here. Sorry. For our 4 is here. So, but you can see this graph now like this. Don't mind my drawing. But you can see if you put it on a graph, you will get the normal distance. But you can see that it goes from left to right. That means it's a positive graph. That means our gradient here should be what? Positive. our gradient should be what? Positive. Now let's see whether we are going to get a positive gradient. So how do you do that now? That will be what? To find our gradient, m equals to what? y2 minus y1 over what? x2 minus x1. So what's our y2 here? Our y2 is what? 5. So that is 5 minus what? y1, which is 2, over x2, that's 4, minus, don't forget minus, then our x1 is what? Minus 3. So this is minus 3, and that will give us 5 minus 2 is what? 3, over 4 minus and minus plus, so that's 4 plus 3, and that's what? 3 over what? 7. You can see that it is a what? It is a positive graph, because if you divide 3 by 7, you are going to get a positive answer. I get what I'm saying? And our 3 divided by 7 is 0.43 approximately. So this is our gradient. Can you see that now? That is our gradient. All right. So now let's see the other part of the example. Let's say we have a negative graph, like number 2. Let's say I have my p. Let's say I have my p to be 2, and let's say I have my p to be 2 and minus 3 now. Let's say 2 and minus 3, and then our PQ. Let's say our Q now is 5 and 4. You can see that I'm using the same example, but now I interchange them so that our answer will be different. This will give us, let's see it on the graph first. Here it means x1 is what now? 2. y1 is what? Minus 3. Are you seeing that? Then x2 is what? 5, and then x2 is 5, and then y2 is what? y2 is 4, right? y2 is 4. So let's say this is 3. Let's just say this is 3. So this is 3 here. Let's just say this is 3 here now. Not minus 3. Let's say it is 3. That's 4 minus 3. That will still give us positive. Let's say our y2 here is minus 4. So I'm trying to see how we can get a negative answer. So if I put my y2 as minus 4 here, so minus 4. Yes, I think minus 4 minus 3. That will give us negative answer. Yes, so let's say our y2 is minus 4 here. So let's put it on the graph. Let's put it on the graph. All right, let's put it on the graph. So let's say this is the graph. Our y2 is minus 4. So this is minus 4. You know, this is negative side. This is minus 4. Our x2, we have 5. And we have 2 first. And then we have 5 second. That's x1 and x2. And then here we have 3. You know, our y1 is 3. Our y2 is minus 4. Our x2 is positive 2. Our x1 is positive 2. Our x2 is 5. All right. So when x is 2, our y is what? 3. So 2 on 3 here. You can see 2 on 3. Then when our x is what? 5, our y is what? Minus 4. So this is 5 on minus 4 here. Are you seeing? 5 on minus 4. Now you can see this graph now. You can see this graph that it's from left to right downward. Left to right downward. This means this is a negative graph. Are you seeing that now? Negative graph. So what is the next thing for us to do to get our gradient? Don't forget the gradient here now is like this, Abby. The gradient is like this. That means our y is what? Decreasing. Are you seeing that now? And we should get negative. So yeah, that will be what? So our gradient here, m will be what? y2 minus y1 over what? x2 minus x1. And that will be what? y2 minus 4. minus y1 3 over, are you seeing that our x2 here is what? 5 minus our x1 is what? 2, and that will give us what? Minus 7 over what? Over 3, and that will give us what? Minus 2 points. Are you seeing that now? Do you see how I got that now? So that will give us minus 2 points. It will remain 1. So that will give us 3, 3, 3, like that. So this is the difference between the graphs. Do you understand that now? All right. So let me give you an assignment to do. So find the gradients and then put it on a graph for a into minus 1 comma 0 and b equals to 5 comma 2. All right, so this is number 1. Then number 2 do for, let's say, x equals to, and then y equals to, so let me think of a number. Let's say 6 x1 y1, 6 and then minus 4, 6 and minus 4, and then minus 10, and then minus 10, and then x2, x1, x2 should be bigger. So let's say 8 minus 6 minus 10 plus 4. All right, so do this as assignment, put it on a graph, and let's see what you have. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. All right, so in my next class I'll be talking about how to use this equation of a line to get your gradient also, and how to use to plot the graph also. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel and always follow what we do here. Thank you very much, and do have a great day.